second half, and do you feel like there's any strides being made in that area?
The second half was better. We had some bigger chunks early on, whether it's the RPO game or under center. I just felt like there was more of a rhythm that first drive of the third quarter. Some of that was obviously it was the opposite in the second quarter. That wasn't what we want to be, and we went in at halftime and just talked about just settling down, getting back to who we are, and I think that's very important. And the guys did that coming out there to start the third. You stayed away from penalties, you got positive yards, and then you were effective in the red zone with a great throw and catch by by Patrick and 80.
Coach, from a production standpoint, to check on a better game, I guess, what did you see that maybe is leading to his success?
Well, I would say, kind of like we talked about as a shooter, the more shots you get in a rhythm. I think that was probably evident a little bit with both of those guys the other day with Kareem and Pacheco. The one thing I love about both of those guys in that room is those guys are so intense and they care so much. So when they get the ball, they get opportunities. They want to be able to show what they can do. And sometimes probably in the week prior there might have been a little bit of pressing, not just from them but from everybody. And I think, well, let's just get away from that part of it. Let's just be us and just be calm and just play the game and not get out of sorts. And I thought our guys did a great job with that, in particular that start of that third quarter.
Coach, maybe this is just a figure of speech and I'm making too much of it, but I thought it was interesting last week you said you were looking for an identity.
Mm-hmm.
And here you just said at halftime, get back to who we are.
Yeah.
Is that to say that you found that identity in who it is? Like I said, I'm not trying to.
No, you're right with what you're thinking, but
right.
What I'm trying to say is I think in that first half, getting back to who we are was probably as simple as it sounds, just being calmer and just settling down, not the identity of the offense,
sure.
but just being us and just somebody, no one pressing, just playing the game. If something happens, we adjust. Same thing with coaches too. Like, let's make sure that we're under control, and then when we get out there, we expect execution, and then it's teamwork.
Now, we didn't get a chance to ask Patrick this yesterday, but what happened on the misconnection between he and Travis in the first half?
Just remind me. I'm so past that game. Remind me exactly. the play.
I'm sorry. There was what was it, about 10 yards or so, and
The little check down?
Yeah.
I think that was more of just, he was just that. He was fourth in the progression. He's a check down, and they just miss each other. There's nothing more to it other than it might have even been a little bit of what was in front of Pat as he's trying to find a lane. But nothing that we've gone back and said, oh no, this shouldn't happen. They got to make that catch, but that one wasn't really big on our list for that one, even though we want to make that play.
Matt, where do you
just
feel
along-
like,
Go ahead, sorry.
where do you feel like Travis is right now? We've seen obviously the cameras have caught some things the past couple of weeks on the sideline. Just where do you feel like he is right now?
Travis is fine. We've all, everybody here, we know who Travis is. We love it. We don't ever want to take that away from him. He's one of the, if not the greatest tight end to ever play the game. One of his greatest strengths is playing with emotion. And the beauty of what I think you saw happen the other day is it's never personal. It's just like sometimes it's just created. He cares. Coach Reed cares. We all care. So that happens a lot. Sometimes not always just in the game, but at practice, and we really don't make anything of it. I mean, it's all pure and nothing but love.
Matt, Patrick spoke a little bit about just some balls he'd like back, and I think if I understood him right, not really about the reads, just the accuracy itself.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing that too? And what is the commonality if you do see a commonality?
There might be a few throws. The one that jumps out to me, there was one play where he was a little bit short on his post throw to Taekwon. That's the one that really probably jumps out to me the most. And so there's others though that at the end of the game he throws that long pass back to him after the drop call. He goes right back to him and makes a spectacular throw. The touchdown pass to Taekwon was ridiculous. Just that we take for granted that we think it's simple. It's not. So there's a lot of great things that Patrick is doing right now. We want to keep that going. We want to continue to harp on feet and timing and progression, and that all matches up with those deep throws that I think we're doing more of this year.
Last two, Sam and then Todd.
How much do you feel like his feet have improved just as the offensive line has settled in? Some?
Much better from last year as far as his feet, and that's a positive, and he does it in practice. He takes it to the game. There might be a player or two here where it's not perfect, but when he's off schedule, he's the best in the game, so there's a balance of that.
Xavier Worthy at practicing, what have you seen from him so far, and if he can go, what can he do for you guys?
Well, he's such a big part of this offense, and he's been so instrumental in training camp and OTAs coming back this second year. He's so anxious to get back out there and show us what he can do and show us the growth, and then all of a sudden that happens in week 1. So now coming back, I thought last week was a positive, and now this week I'm excited. He's doing really well. He's running around. He looks good out there. So we're just literally taking it day by day, and I like where he's at, and it's exciting. The room, the vibe. I mean, getting Rasheed back, in the meetings. There's just there's a great chemistry. We know with where we're at 1 and 2. We understand the significance of this game, but it's slowly coming back to that vibe, and Xavier's a big part of that.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.